A catastrophic tsunami rising out of the Pacific, a massive wall of water that rose as high as 30 feet, swallowing up parts of Japan.
Tsunamis are forces of nature that leave behind a trail of heartbreak and devastation.
All right, hold on! We gotta get over it before it crests!
The destruction they unleash is immense, and entire cities can be forever changed in their wake. Amidst the chaos and tragedy, however, surprising and unexpected discoveries can emerge. Join us as we show you 20 of the strangest things discovered after tsunamis.
The waves initially here would be many hundreds of meters high, heading across the Atlantic towards the coast of the Americas.
Number 20. HarleyDavidson. In a cruel twist of fate, a Japanese citizen, Ikuo Yakuyama, lost not only his home, but also his beloved family members in the devastating 2011 tsunami that ravaged Japan. Among the countless possessions swept away by the unforgiving waves was his Harley-Davidson motorcycle, a cherished symbol of freedom and adventure. Little did Yakuyama know that his bike would embark on a journey across the vast Pacific Ocean, traveling over 4,000 miles to the rugged shores of British Columbia, Canada. Imagine the surprise of beachgoers when they stumbled upon a battered shipping container, its metal frame rusted and worn from months at sea. Inside, a remarkable discovery awaited them: a 2004 Harley-Davidson motorcycle, miraculously intact despite its tumultuous voyage. The bike's license plate was a telltale sign of its origin, tracing back to the Miyagi Prefecture, one of the areas hit hardest by the tsunami. News of this incredible find quickly spread, and a representative from Harley-Davidson Japan took it upon themselves to locate Yakuyama. In a heartwarming gesture, the company offered to reunite him with his long-lost motorcycle, and even went the extra mile to restore it to its former glory. Number 19. Rubber ducks. In 1992, a shipping container met an unfortunate fate when it tumbled into the North Pacific Ocean, spilling its colorful cargo of 28,000 rubber ducks and other bath toys. Little did anyone know that this accident would set the stage for an incredible scientific journey spanning decades and continents. These cheerful yellow ducks, destined for bathtubs and playtime adventures, instead became unlikely world travelers. Carried by the whims of ocean currents, they embarked on a grand voyage, bobbing along the waves and happily riding the tides. Years turned into decades, and the intrepid ducks found themselves scattered across the globe, washing up on shores from the Pacific Northwest to Australia, and even as far as the frigid reaches of the Arctic ice. As beachcombers and curious locals began discovering these friendly floaties, scientists saw an extraordinary opportunity. These rubber ducks, each one a tiny data point, became unwitting participants in a grand experiment to understand the complexities of ocean currents. Oceanographers and researchers eagerly tracked their movements, piecing together a fascinating puzzle of global water circulation. Number 18. A huge dock. When the ruthless tsunami struck Japan in 2011, it left a trail of destruction in its wake, claiming lives and washing away entire communities. Amidst the chaos, a 66-foot-long dock weighing an astonishing 165 tons was ripped from its moorings in Misawa, Japan, and set adrift on an epic journey across the Pacific Ocean. For months, this colossal structure, once a humble servant to boats and ships, became an unwitting explorer of the high seas. Battered by waves and carried by currents, the dock drifted an incredible 5,000 miles, a journey that would take most ships weeks to complete. Little did anyone know that this unassuming piece of infrastructure would become a symbol of the tsunami's far-reaching impact. In June 2012, beachgoers in Newport, Oregon, were astonished to find a massive dock covered with barnacles and seaweed, washed up on their sandy shores. Standing 7 feet tall and 19 feet wide, the dock was a striking sight, having made its way from Japan. As experts examined the dock, they discovered a small plaque that revealed its origin. This clue allowed them to trace the dock's remarkable journey back to Misawa, Japan, highlighting the far-reaching impacts of the disaster that had struck the region. Number 17. Small boat. 2 years after the devastating 2011 tsunami in Japan, a small fishing boat washed ashore on the foggy coast of Northern California, carrying with it a poignant story of loss and resilience. The 20-foot vessel, once a proud member of a Japanese high school's maritime fleet, had been violently ripped from its moorings when the relentless waves struck the island nation. As the boat drifted helplessly across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, it became a floating time capsule. Battered by the elements and adorned with barnacles and seaweed, it served as a silent witness to the untold stories of those who once walked its decks and called it their own. When the boat finally found its way to the rugged shoreline of California, it was a shocking sight for beachgoers and local authorities alike. The discovery of this vessel, so far from its home and bearing the scars of its perilous journey, brought the reality of the tsunami's impact into sharp focus. Number 16. Giant Lego Man. Imagine strolling along the sun-drenched sands of Florida's Siesta Beach, lost in thought and enjoying the gentle lapping of waves against the shore. Suddenly, you stop dead in your tracks, rubbing your eyes in disbelief. There, standing proudly amidst the seashells and driftwood, is a towering figure, a gargantuan Lego man, casting an imposing shadow across the pristine beach. This was the surreal scene that greeted beachgoers in 2011 when they stumbled upon a 100-pound, 8-foot-tall Lego man, his yellow visage grinning enigmatically at the world. The words, "No real than you are," were emblazoned across his shirt, a cryptic message that only added to the mystery surrounding this unexpected visitor. As it turned out, this giant Lego man was the creation of Dutch artist Leon Kier, known for his whimsical and thought-provoking installations. Kier had set the colossal figure adrift, allowing the currents to determine its final destination. Number 15. Oarfish, the harbingers of tsunamis. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, an elusive and enigmatic creature has long captured the imagination of seafarers and scientists alike. The oarfish, with its serpentine body and shimmering iridescent scales, is a true behemoth of the deep, capable of growing up to 36 feet in length. For centuries, these mysterious fish were believed to be the sea monsters of ancient legends, their rare appearances fueling tales of giant serpents and other mythical beasts. In recent years, however, oarfish have been making more frequent appearances, both in fishermen's nets and washed ashore on beaches around the world. This sudden increase in sightings has sparked curiosity and concern among researchers, who have begun to investigate the potential causes behind the oarfish's unexpected emergence from the depths. One intriguing theory suggests that the appearance of oarfish in shallow waters may be linked to underwater disturbances, such as earthquakes or tsunamis. Scientists believe that these deep-sea dwellers, accustomed to the stability of their habitat, may be driven to seek refuge in shallower waters when their environment is disrupted by seismic activity or other natural phenomena. This theory gained traction in 2010 when dozens of oarfish were found washed up on Japan's coastline in the months preceding the devastating Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. The eerie timing of these events led many to speculate that the oarfish were acting as a kind of biological warning system, their presence near the surface serving as an omen of impending disaster. Number 14. Love letters from World War II. Love letters possess a certain allure, capturing deep emotions and timeless sentiments in a way that few other forms of communication can. They are relics of human connection, often holding stories of passion, longing, and unwavering commitment. When Hurricane Sandy ravaged the east coast of the United States in 2012, leaving behind a trail of destruction, homes were flooded, communities were devastated, and countless lives were altered forever. Amidst the chaos and heartbreak, an unexpected discovery on the Jersey shore illuminated the enduring power of love. A cache of old love letters, weathered but intact, reminding everyone of the resilience and hope that love can bring, even in the darkest of times. Kathleen Mullen, a resident of the area, was sifting through the debris left behind by the storm when she stumbled upon a remarkable find, a bundle of 57 love letters from World War II, carefully tied together with a faded pink ribbon. The letters, weathered and delicate, had somehow survived the ravages of the hurricane as if protected by the love they contained. As Kathleen gently unfolded the fragile pages, she was transported back in time to the 1940s, where a young couple named Dorothy Fallon and Lynn Farnham were separated by the war, but united by their unwavering devotion to one another. The letters, spanning from 1942 to 1948, painted a vivid picture of their lives, their hopes, and their dreams for a future together. Moved by the discovery, Kathleen made it her mission to preserve these precious artifacts and to reunite them with the couple's surviving family members. Through the power of social media and the kindness of strangers, she was able to locate relatives of Dorothy and Lynn, who were overjoyed to receive this unexpected piece of their family history. Number 13. Illicit Drugs. The tranquil shores of Yokosuka, Japan, are more often associated with picturesque vistas and gentle sea breezes than with the dark underbelly of the international drug trade. However, in 2013, a shocking discovery would thrust this unassuming coastal town into the spotlight and forever change the way its residents viewed their once peaceful beaches. On an otherwise unremarkable day, a series of strange, waterlogged backpacks began to wash ashore, their contents concealed and their origins unknown. As curious beachgoers and local authorities alike began to investigate, they were stunned to discover that these unassuming bags contained an astonishing quantity of cocaine, 176 pounds to be precise, with a street value of approximately $48 million. The sheer scale of the find sent shockwaves through the community and beyond, as law enforcement officials scrambled to piece together the events that had led to such a massive quantity of narcotics ending up on their shores. The 80 kilos of cocaine represented the largest drug seizure in Japanese history at the time, and its appearance on the beaches of Yokosuka raised more questions than answers. Number 12. A soccer ball. In the aftermath of the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami, amidst the wreckage and heartbreak, a symbol of hope emerged from the most unexpected of places. A soccer ball, battered and worn, but bearing a powerful message of resilience and connection. The ball belonged to Misaki Murakami, a Japanese teenager who had lost everything in the disaster: his home, his possessions, and his sense of normalcy. Yet, as he sifted through the debris, he discovered that one small piece of his former life had survived: his beloved soccer ball. Unbeknownst to Misaki, the ball was about to embark on an incredible journey that would captivate the world and bring a glimmer of light to the darkness of the disaster. Swept away by the retreating tsunami waters, the soccer ball began its unlikely voyage across the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, carried by the currents and the winds to destinations unknown. For over a year, the ball drifted across the vast expanse of the Pacific, a solitary voyager on an epic 3,100-mile odyssey. Its journey finally ended on the shores of remote Middleton Island in Alaska, where it was discovered by beachcomber David Baxter. As he examined the weather-beaten ball, a poignant message etched on its surface caught his eye. "Good luck, Murakami," followed by the student's name and school. Moved by the story and determined to reunite the ball with its owner, Baxter and his wife set out on a mission to track down Misaki and return the precious artifact to its rightful place. Through a series of serendipitous events and the power of social media, they were able to make contact with the young survivor, setting in motion a chain of events that would lead to an emotional reunion in Japan. Number 11. Garfield Phones. For over 3 decades, a peculiar phenomenon has been unfolding on the picturesque beaches of Brittany, France. Bright orange Garfield phones, modeled after the iconic lasagna-loving cat from the comic strip, have been washing ashore in droves, their once cheerful faces now faded and worn by the relentless tides. These enigmatic phones, remnants of a bygone era when landlines reigned supreme, began their mysterious journey in the 1980s. Beachcombers and environmental activists alike were baffled by their consistent appearance, year after year, with no apparent origin or explanation. The Garfield phones had become an enduring mystery, a quirky footnote in the annals of beachcombing lore. It wasn't until 2019 that the truth behind this perplexing phenomenon was finally revealed. A local farmer named René Morvan came forward with a remarkable tale. Decades earlier, he had discovered a long-lost shipping container, nestled deep within a secluded seaside cave. Inside this metal tomb, Morvan found a treasure trove of Garfield phones, still in their original packaging, destined for a journey they would never complete. As it turned out, the container had fallen from a cargo ship, spilling its contents into the churning waters of the Atlantic. The phones, once coveted collector's items, now became unintentional ambassadors of the ocean's power and the lasting impact of human waste. Number 10. The Precious Whale Exr. Imagine taking a leisurely stroll along the beach, the salty sea breeze tousling your hair, and your faithful canine companion by your side. Suddenly, your dog darts ahead, nose to the ground, and begins to furiously dig at a waxy, foul-smelling lump nestled in the sand. This is precisely what happened to Ken Willman and his dog, Madge, as they wandered along Morecambe Beach in Lancashire, England. Upon closer inspection, Willman realized that his curious pup had stumbled upon a rare and valuable find, a 6-pound glob of ambergris. This peculiar substance, often referred to as floating gold, is produced in the intestines of sperm whales as a means to protect them from the sharp beaks of the squid they consume. Over time, the ambergris is expelled from the whale's body and left to bob along the ocean currents, gradually transforming into a hard, waxy mass with a unique, earthy scent. To the untrained eye, ambergris might appear to be nothing more than an unsightly, odoriferous lump. However, to perfume makers, it is a highly prized ingredient, sought after for its ability to make fragrances last longer and add a distinctive, complex aroma. The chunk of ambergris discovered by Willman and Madge was estimated to be worth an astonishing $180,000, a life-changing sum for the fortunate beachcomber. Number 9. A stranded buoy. In September 2017, Hurricane Irma unleashed its fury upon the tranquil shores of Hilton Head, South Carolina, leaving a trail of destruction and a most peculiar sight in its wake. Wedged between the picturesque South Forest and Coligny beaches, a massive 13,000-pound buoy found itself stranded, a bewildered giant resting upon the sun-kissed sand. This colossal red buoy, affectionately known as Buoy 8, had been violently ripped from its designated location by the sheer force of Irma's winds and waves. Once dutifully guiding ships and warning of hazards, the buoy now lay helpless, its purpose temporarily forgotten as it became an instant attraction for curious beachgoers and locals alike. The buoy's unexpected presence on the beach also highlighted the interconnectedness of our world's oceans, as the forces that guide and protect us on the water can so easily be disrupted by the whims of the elements. Number 8. The Ghost Ship of Japan. In the wake of the devastating 2011 tsunami that struck Japan, amidst the chaos and destruction, an eerie and haunting presence emerged from the turbulent waters of the Pacific Ocean. The Ryuan Maru, a 200-foot fishing vessel, had been ripped from its moorings in Hokkaido by the relentless power of the waves, setting the stage for a ghostly voyage that would captivate the world. As the tsunami's fury subsided, the Ryuan Maru, once destined for the scrapyard, found itself adrift in the vast expanse of the North Pacific, a solitary wanderer navigating the currents with no crew to guide it. For more than a year, the Ryuan Maru drifted silently through the ocean. As it journeyed eastward, the ghost ship became a source of fascination and fear for those who encountered it, its eerie silhouette a haunting apparition on the horizon. As the ghost ship continued its relentless march across the Pacific, it began to pose a threat to other vessels, its unmanned bulk a hazard to navigation. In 2012, the Ryuan Maru's odyssey finally came to an end when it was spotted off the coast of British Columbia, Canada, by a Canadian Forces aircraft on a routine patrol. Number 7. Hazardous Cargo adrift. In the treacherous waters of the North Sea, a German cargo ship found itself caught in the grip of a relentless storm, its crew battling against the fury of the elements in a desperate struggle for survival. As the vessel pitched and rolled in the mountainous waves, a terrifying realization dawned upon the captain and his crew. Their precious cargo, 270 shipping containers, had been wrenched from the deck by the sheer force of the tempest, and now bobbed helplessly in the churning sea. The lost containers, some of which were feared to contain hazardous materials, began a perilous journey through the unforgiving waters of the North Sea. Like ghostly sentinels, they drifted aimlessly, their contents shrouded in mystery, and their ultimate destination unknown. As word of the lost cargo spread, coastal communities in Germany and the Netherlands watched anxiously, dreading the potential environmental and safety risks that the wayward containers might bring to their shores. In the days that followed, the worst fears of these communities were realized as the lost containers began to wash up on the pristine beaches of the Dutch islands. As the containers spilled their contents onto the once unspoiled sands, authorities raced to assess the situation and mitigate any potential dangers. Number 6. Civil War Era Cannonballs. When Hurricane Dorian slammed into the South Carolina coast in 2019, it brought more than just wind and rain. The powerful storm surge unearthed a pair of Civil War era cannonballs on Folly Beach, offering a rare glimpse into the region's turbulent past. A couple searching for artifacts stumbled upon the 8-inch, 3-inch thick cannonballs, initially mistaking them for rocks. As they examined their find more closely, the realization dawned on them that these were no ordinary stones. The heaviness and unmistakable shape of the objects pointed to a far more significant discovery. Relics from a bygone era, when the thunder of cannon fire echoed across the coastal landscape. Recognizing the historical importance of their find, the couple immediately contacted local authorities. A bomb squad was swiftly dispatched to the scene, tasked with ensuring that the 150-year-old ordnance posed no threat to public safety. The experts carefully examined the cannonballs, their weathered exteriors belying the potentially explosive power that lay within. As word of the discovery spread, historians and Civil War enthusiasts alike marveled at the resilience of these artifacts. For more than a century and a half, they had lain hidden beneath the sands, waiting to be uncovered by the forces of nature and the curiosity of beachcombers. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the wake of tsunamis, shorelines are often littered with strange debris, but one of the strangest occurrences was reported on a beach in Vladivostok, Russia. One morning, the entire beach was blanketed in jewelry: rings, necklaces, bracelets, and countless rings. All the jewelry was made of gold, though it was coated in sea debris. The discovery was made early in the morning, and some people rushed to collect the jewelry before authorities arrived on the scene. The origin of this gold remains a fascinating mystery. What are your thoughts on this? Could this be buried treasure unearthed by the tsunami, or a lost cargo from a sunken ship? Let us know your theories and ideas in the comments below. Number 5. Ancient Roman City. In a remarkable twist of fate, a long-lost Roman city, hidden beneath the waves for nearly 2 millennia, was discovered by a team of archaeologists in Tunisia. The ruins of Neapolis, once a thriving center of trade and commerce, had been swept away by a devastating tsunami in the 4th century AD, vanishing from sight and memory. For centuries, the exact location of this ancient metropolis remained a mystery, its existence known only through fragmentary historical accounts and local legends. But now, thanks to the tireless efforts of a dedicated team of researchers, the secrets of Neapolis have finally been brought to light. Using advanced imaging technology and underwater excavation techniques, archaeologists were able to map out the sprawling remains of the city, which had been miraculously preserved beneath the silt and sand of the Mediterranean seabed. As they explored the site, the researchers uncovered a vast network of streets, monuments, and buildings, offering an unprecedented glimpse into the daily lives of the city's inhabitants. Among the most remarkable finds were over 100 tanks used to produce garum, a popular fermented fish sauce that was a staple of Roman cuisine. The discovery of Neapolis is a watershed moment in the field of classical archaeology, providing valuable insights into the complex trade networks and cultural exchanges that defined the Roman world. Number 4. Giant pipes. Imagine the surprise of beachgoers in Norfolk, England, when they stumbled upon a series of colossal plastic pipes, some measuring up to 8 feet in diameter and 1,000 feet in length, littering the shoreline. These massive tubes had broken free from their tow ship while being transported from Norway to Algeria for a large-scale construction project. The sight of these gargantuan pipes strewn across the sand like the discarded playthings of a giant child was both awe-inspiring and surreal. Beachgoers marveled at their sheer size and the strange juxtaposition of their industrial forms against the natural beauty of the coastline. But the pipes were more than just a curious spectacle. They posed a significant challenge for local authorities, who were tasked with removing them from the beach and ensuring public safety. The logistics of such an operation were daunting, given the enormous weight and unwieldy nature of the pipes. Later, the pipes were successfully removed from the beach and transported to their intended destination. Number 3. Easter egg hunt. In the aftermath of a powerful storm that battered the German coast, residents of the island of Langeoog were treated to an unexpected surprise when thousands of plastic Easter eggs, filled with tiny toys, washed up on the beach. The colorful eggs, believed to have originated from a Danish cargo ship caught in the storm, quickly became a sensation among local children, who eagerly scooped them up and reveled in the impromptu Easter egg hunt. At first glance, the beach scene looked like something out of a fairy tale. The sand was awash with a vibrant array of colors as the plastic eggs bobbed and rolled in the gentle surf. Children laughed and shouted with delight as they raced to collect as many eggs as they could, their baskets overflowing with unexpected treasures. But amid the excitement and joy, there was also a sense of unease. As the children played, adults couldn't help but wonder about the long-term impact of such incidents and the urgent need for greater environmental stewardship. Local authorities and volunteers worked tirelessly to clean up the beach and dispose of the eggs responsibly. But the incident had already captured the attention of the media and environmental groups, who saw it as a powerful symbol of the challenges we face in protecting our planet. In the days and weeks that followed, the story of the Langug Easter eggs spread far and wide, sparking conversations about the role of consumerism, the responsibility of corporations, and the importance of individual action in addressing the global plastic crisis. Number 2. Ancient Indian City. When the devastating 2004 Indian Ocean tsunami struck the coast of Tamil Nadu, India, it laid bare the remnants of an ancient city that had been lost to time. The ruins, which include well-preserved walls, buildings, and a network of streets, are believed to date back to the 6th century AD and offer a fascinating glimpse into the region's rich cultural heritage. For centuries, the existence of this ancient city had been the stuff of legend, passed down through generations of local folklore. But now, due to the tsunami's destructive power, the truth of its existence has been dramatically revealed. As the waters receded and the scale of the damage became clear, archaeologists and historians rushed to the site, eager to study the newly uncovered ruins before they could be reclaimed by the sea. What they found was a remarkably well-preserved snapshot of life in ancient India, with intricate carvings, elaborate architectural features, and evidence of a sophisticated urban planning system. The discovery of the ancient city has been hailed as a major breakthrough in the study of South Indian history, shedding new light on a period that had previously been shrouded in mystery. It has provided valuable insights into the trade networks, religious practices, and daily lives of the people who once called this place home. Number 1. Starfish Graveyard. In the wake of a series of brutal storms that battered the UK in 2018, the beaches of Kent and Yorkshire were transformed into an eerie and macabre scene, as thousands of dead starfish and other marine creatures washed ashore. The mass stranding, which included a variety of species such as lobsters, crabs, and sea urchins, was attributed to the intense cold and rough seas generated by the storms. The sight of the beaches, littered with the lifeless bodies of these once vibrant creatures, was a shocking and sobering one. Many locals described it as something out of a horror movie, with the stark contrast of the colorful shells against the gray, windswept sand creating an almost surreal tableau. Marine biologists and environmentalists were quick to investigate the phenomenon, seeking to understand the factors that had contributed